Why, hello there everyone. I'm Laxow, aka the Kumo Sensei. Minasan, ohayo gozaimasu, yoshou ne shiro. And today we are doing some juveniles and larger sling feedings. So this week, and maybe the next couple of months or weeks, depending on how this goes, I'm going to be a bit more busy, so my schedule is going to be a bit more out of place. And I do have a reasoning for this, but I'll explain that in a future video. But as of now, just simply put, I'm getting more and more busier. And this week, my work schedule was a little bit out of place for one of my other jobs. So I'm trying to mix match and trying to get things going smoothly. And while I do have something worked out, I don't know exactly how it's going to go. And this will affect editing a video, I guess. So we just kind of had to wait and see how this one turns out. And honestly, I think it should turn out just fine. But I'm going to have to crunch a bit of time and stay up a bit later to edit the video. So I am a bit tired. So let's see what time it is. It is about 1 in the morning as I'm editing this video. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So this video is actually self-explanatory, so I'm just feeding the larger slings that are juveniles now essentially. And the first one was the mystery spider, the mystery tarantula in our collection that I'm keeping as a pet only. And this one here is Nemo, our Chromatopelma cyaneopubescens, also known as the green bottle blue. And this is the only survivor of the egg sac that the mom has eaten. Yes, the only survivor. And I do believe this is a female, so I don't really know exactly if Nemo is a fitting name because Nemo was a boy, so maybe we might have to rename this one here. So if anybody has a more fitting name for this female here, then by all means feel free to put in the comments because I may use it for this rename tarantula here. So by all means, go crazy and put some and just put whatever you want to name this tarantula in the comments down below. A fitting name will be preferred if possible. And I'm also going to update on the green bottle blues that I bought back a few months ago, the ones that I was raising up in hopes of getting a male. And it turns out that this is the only one I kept because the others I gave away or I sold to them essentially. And I thought this one was going to be a male, where it molted out and it appears to be a female as well. So god dang. I could use a male, but I guess I'll take any females as of now. So this one here is a female, suspect female that is. And as you can see, this one is also developing the adult colors. You can see the green on it. And I believe that brings up my total to about 5 female green bottle blues. And I'm thinking about trading a female away for a male, but let us wait and see if I can find a male first. But my luck for males when I need them is not the best, as you can see. So let us move on and allow me to update on my other OBTs. So this right here is my OBT, Tete locality, and yeah, this one is referred to as the brown color form I believe, but I prefer just calling them by their localities. So OBT Tete is more fitting for me because it's more specific as to what locality it comes from. So it's actually developing its adult colors now, so it's no longer a dual gray darkish color, and now it's becoming more of a brown greenish tint color. If you look at the legs, especially the femurs, it is appearing to go a bit more of a greenish brown, and honestly that's the color I'm looking for, and I'm actually very impressed by these colors. I do love OBTs, but my favorite locality, for those who are wondering, is the Mikumi, and I will show you that later on in this video, so stay tuned for that. But this one is probably my second favorite locality of OBTs there is, just because of the light green tints on the femurs on the legs, which honestly I like a lot because it gives it a bit more of a different, a different feel to OBTs than I normally would think about. But I am curious and I would like to know, what is your favorite OBT locality? Because there's a lot of them, so if you have a specific one that you like, please tell me down below because I'm interested. And now we're moving on to our Chilobrachys natanicharum, and these are one of the few juveniles, and this one here is a male. He is about 2, maybe 2.5 inches in leg span, and this male here is going to be a future breeder to my female, so let us wait until this guy matures out. And I am pretty much excited to see how this one will turn out, but I don't know exactly how much longer it will take. I'd say maybe until next year until he's mature, so let us wait and see. I'm in no rush when it comes to growing out this species, or any species that is, so usually I just say let them take their time and enjoy the process, because man, it's I guess for those who have been watching my channel, you do notice that I do take my time with these males. I don't really have any rushed goals, by the way, so whatever happens, happens. Good, bad, the only thing you can pretty much do is trust the process and just, do what you can. And I also would like to make a video about growth rates in my collection and show you guys some spiders and tarantulas I've had for 5 years and have they grown. And honestly, many of you will be surprised at how much or how little tarantulas can grow in 5 years, half a decade, because I do have a lot of tarantulas that are still pretty much small at 5 years, even though people said that they grow fast. So that will be a future video for the future, whenever I have time to make it, that is, because as of now I'm way too busy. But stay tuned for that video in the future, guys. And now, let me show you guys my OBT Mikumi, and this is my favorite locality of all OBTs. And I don't know why it is, it just is. Which is, what kind of strange bias is this? I don't know, but I just like the way it looks, I guess. This tarantula to me is literally just love. I don't know how to put it. Love. Aishiteru. Like, I don't know, man. I just love this locality. It is kind of similar to the Tete, but it's a different locality. So this is a Mikumi locality. It's also known as the dark color form Mikumi, if you want to be more specific. And luckily, I have one male and one female, so that's a breeding pair essentially. So I don't know exactly how much longer it'll take before both of these are mature enough to breed, but we just kind of had to wait and see about our 2 Mikumis here. Unlike my 4 Tetes, I only have 2 Mikumis, and luckily I lucked out with 1.1, so we're lucky enough to have a breeding pair at least. And as for the Tete, for those who are wondering, we are at 3.1, so yeah, we only have 1 female to spare for the Tete. So let us, you know, work things out in the future if things do work out for a breeding project. And I have to be honest, as of now, a lot of my tarantula breeding projects are either being pushed back later on to the year, or they're being put on hold. And I do have a reasoning for this, and this is why I've been working a bit more than I should when it comes to my other jobs. And it's not because of I'm in debt or anything like that, because it's more of a personal thing I want to deal with. And honestly, I'm surprised that I'm still hanging on, because honestly, it's a lot to juggle around when you're doing multiple things at once. So I am hanging on, I am doing fine, and I will explain more into depth about this in a future video. So the next couple of months, I will explain what it is that I am planning to do. And it's not anything spider related, it's more of a personal thing as stated earlier, but stay tuned for that, guys. And that is why I'm up at 1 AM editing videos, because I'm busy doing a bunch of stuff and a lot more work. But I promise you guys, everything will make sense. And this week's work schedule is a bit out of place, so I had to rearrange things going on here and there, such as pushing some workshop practices back a little bit, and coming into work for one of my other part-time jobs a bit earlier than I normally would, pushing back some voice work, some voice acting stuff that is, and some other things here and there. But gladly, I'll be hanging on and hanging strong. And yeah, without further ado, I guess I'll call this a video. So, as typical, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to stick around. I upload every single Tuesday and Friday here on the channel, and also support me on my social media pages such as my IG, links to everything's down below, so go support it. And with that, stay lax, and Laxow out from the Kumo Sensei.